Yo, welcome to day 98. This is, what time is it? It is 3 o'clock, 2:59 p.m. right now. And I haven't really done much today. It's Easter Sunday. So, this is pretty chill. Been up in my room just working. I told myself I had a college quiz due today. And I checked and it's due on the 8th, which is a Wednesday. And it's a big quiz. It's worth 200 points. It's definitely not 7 questions long. It's most likely 50 questions long. In order to take this with the best chances possible, personally, I think that I need to be in a secluded space. Everybody needs to know that I'm taking a test. And the way that I go about taking these tests is, I'm cheating, not gonna lie, but I I do it in a way that's very tough because I'm doing an online test on my laptop, and they use Honor Lock, which basically tracks your eyes. If you look off the screen, it flags it. If they hear a noise in the background, they can hear audio, they can see your screen, they can see your face, like everything. And they flag it all. Like if you even use voice to text to try to type out an essay, like they're gonna put you into a contained room and they're gonna start talking to you and telling you that hey, this is not allowed. They're gonna flag it, and your teacher can see that, and they can literally fail you. So it's very strict. But I have this other phone of mine. I don't know where it is at this point. I don't know where I just put it, but it's like an iPhone 12 or 13. I know it used to be my dad's, but I took it over recently because I was gonna try to make content with it to try to promote my app. And I haven't gotten to that yet, but I updated it so it has iOS 26.6 or whatever the recent version is. And so I can use ChatGPT on it and it works. And so I think I'm going to start using that as my phone because I used to have to drive all the way 20 miles into my dad's office every Sunday and use my dad's other MacBook on that Wi-Fi. But now that I have two phones that I don't need to go ask my parents for their phone, I can literally just do it that way. But the issue is with this new phone that I just acquired, basically, it's huge. It's like one of those big phones, and there's no case with it. So it's just like a regular, just a hard, really smooth, slippery phone. And I usually set it up on the I'll lean it against the front of my laptop screen. And so they can't see it, but I can see it and I can look at the screen and still see the image of the iPhone. But I'm just scared because it's 50 questions. It'll probably take me at least an hour, even cheating. And I want to have the phone leaning up against the laptop screen. But the chances that it falls down on the keyboard without like without a actual what do you call it? Without a case, is very high. So what I decided to do is I decided to buy a little thing on Amazon, $15, that attaches to the back of your computer, and it's like an extension. So you can literally flip out the from behind the MacBook, you can flip it out and attach the phone to it, and then it'll just sit on the side of your screen. So it looks like it's still part of your screen and it's close enough, but it's also super magnetic, so it's not gonna fall, and it's right there where you need it to be. And yeah, so now that I know that it's not due till the 8th, which I'm just rambling about a test right now, not even about the business, but I'm gonna do it on the 8th, and that phone thing is getting here tomorrow. Now, as far as today goes, today is Easter. I told myself yesterday that today is probably going to be another one of those days that falls under the distractions and activities category. And I know for a fact that if I were to stay consistent, then I wouldn't have let Easter, prom, all this other stuff come in between me and the business, and I were to continue to keep the momentum that I'm supposed to be keeping with this whole thing. If I didn't stop the day that me and my brother, were alone for 2 weeks and my dad came home, or when my mom and my siblings came home, then I would have been profitable by now. I would have been so far ahead in the future. And I think those are the things that really keep me and stop me from really succeeding. And I told myself, dude, the summer is a time of the year where more opportunities that way come along, right? There's more people you're meeting, there's more places you're going to be, stuff like that. And I knew that was going to come, but I'm still not really putting my foot down hard enough and doing what I know I need to do. So I'm gonna try to do that this week. Tomorrow's Monday, so yeah, that's what my goal is. and I'm trying to make some viral videos, but I discovered this website called Noise, right? And basically what it is it's like a whole entire website that basically has, thousands of creators on it. And as a brand, you can post a campaign basically asking what you want, and you can basically pay them a CPM. So like if I was a creator on TikTok and I wanted to make some money, I would download this app called Noise, and then I would post content for a certain brand on my TikTok page. And then if I got 1,000 views, I would make $4. And if I got 100,000 views, I'd make $400. So that's kind of the way they structure it. And I like that because if I were to go around DMing people like, hey, you want to promote my brand for me? I'll pay you like $4 for every 1,000 views you get. They're going to be like, no, and people don't like it, like an incentive that way. They want like a guaranteed, I want to post this video and I want to be guaranteed $50. That's what they want. But Noise has thousands of users already integrated into the system with CPMs, which is so nice as brands. So I just made a campaign. I'm very unexperienced in this category, but I just made a campaign with a budget of $400 for just organic creators to pop in and see what I have listed, and they can recreate a certain video or videos, and then they can try to make the app or the video go viral. And if the video, gets a certain amount of views, I pay them that money and they get it. And I have that video that's promoting my app with thousands of views. You got to understand this. And I think it's very good. If this actually works, you got to understand this. It is $34.99 for a yearly subscription. I think that'll be the most purchased subscription there is on the app. Now, if you do $34.99 with a $4 CPM, that's 7,500 views. I guarantee you that if I get a video that has a pretty good conversion rate and 7,500 people view that video organically, that I will 100% get at least one sale. And if I get at least one sale, I'm profitable. If I get at least one sale and 7,500 views, I'm profitable. So I think I'm really in a good spot here with this. Now, I have no idea how this works, and it'll take some time to learn. And this is not my main source of marketing right now, but I thought I might as well try it because it's something new and it's a resource that I feel like is great to use. Also, I basically just told off Nikon and Jake, the two other creators I'm paying $100 a month each. I told them, hey, like right now, I think we're going to take a step back from the creator budget. But when we get back to it, I'll reach back out to you. So I basically ended the deal. So I'm going to stop paying them $25 a week. But at the same time, like I still left it open-ended. So like I'm saying, like when we come back, which we will, we're going to reach back out to you. And so like the deal is still open. So it's not like, oh yeah, they're forever just, taking me away from this opportunity. It's like, oh, just for right now, they're taking a break and everybody's stopping, So, but then we still have Ethan and we still have Tim, and they're getting some pretty good results for us, in my opinion. I currently have 100 sessions in 7 days. Today's officially Sunday, the 7th day. And I've got 40 signups, 100 sessions. So the conversion rate from downloads to signups is about like 30%, which is not necessarily good, but that's like the old funnel. We haven't published the new funnel yet. And we're still getting 40 signups. So I think that's pretty decent still. And I mean, that's with basically 2 creators over the past 7 days, and I haven't really been marketing all that much. So imagine when I have, not 2, not 4, but 6 high quality creators that I'm paying every week, and then on top of that, I'm posting organic content myself. Like, bro, that number is going to go from 40 to like 80 to 120, and then out of nowhere, soon enough, it's inevitable we're going to hit a few different viral videos and things are going to start to just expand that way. And we're going to start to get a lot of downloads. We're going to start to make a lot of money. We're going to start to understand that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on this new website called Noise that I'm just taking a part of. And just gave my payment information to the $400 budget. And not today because it's Easter. My girlfriend wants to hang out, which I guess, again, is something that I need to put my foot down on. But, yesterday, if you know, you know. And she just got back yesterday, too, from a 7-day or like a 4 or 5 day trip to the beach and it's spring break. And today it's Easter. So it's like, was I ever really going to get this Sunday completed myself? You know? But regardless, my plans for the rest of the day is just kind of seeing how this campaign goes, seeing if I get any hits on it. Probably not, but we'll see. And then as far as my app, I want to actually like do a little bit of stuff inside of it to fix everything, just a little. And then I'll publish it. And then it'll be live. And tomorrow I'll pay Ethan. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. And tomorrow I'll also get to posting, and I'll figure out whether or not I'm going to be going to work tomorrow because my girlfriend also doesn't have school on a Monday either. So yeah, next clip, bye. Okay, I think that I'm going to include those two videos together, or I might not. If I do, then I will cut out this part and go to the next part, but I think it's day 97 or day 98 right now. And I'm super disappointed in myself today, honestly. Not just because of today, but because of the past, week, Monday. So the last weekend, I spent, about $200 on building the app. And with where that went, it was 100% necessary and 100% needed. I think that money was spent creating the live activities, creating the widgets, creating the notifications. And I'm glad that I finally got that installed. So I'm super, super happy about that. And that always was going to need to happen. But I realized with all the money that I was spending, not only on just building the app, but spending on creators every week, that I needed to go to work this week. I spent a good $500 by Wednesday. And so I was looking for every opportunity this last week to be making money. And I made a decent amount of money. And I was back to where I was before I spent all that money. And so now I feel like I don't need to work this next week. But I decided, I was like, I don't need to work this week. And so I don't really want to work this week. My plan on not working is because I want to mentally, get away from the distractions that are people at the office, that are assistants, that are doctors, that are managers, that are front desk ladies, that are patients. I want to get away from those people because those people are distractions, and I think just being around them and energy-wise just pulls me down. And that's not to sound cocky. That's not to be like, oh, you're not this or you're not that. You're not, I love everybody. Don't get me wrong. If anybody's watching this video right now, I love everybody, and I have nothing against anybody. I don't think it's wrong for me to be saying that. There are just some people, and it doesn't matter who they are, as long as I feel the way that I do. There are some people in this world that just, you don't have the best energy when you're around them, and they become distractions, and they pull you down with them. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit of that when I'm at the office, let alone just being awake and being influenced from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday is already a big, major, priority shift. If I were to wake up at 6 a.m. and go till 4 p.m. at that office, Monday through Thursday, I guarantee you I'd have a completely different priority list and outcome than if I were to wake up at 9 a.m. and do work every day on my laptop. So, yeah, I don't even know where that lines up and where that falls with everything, but that's just kind of the way I think. Also, I just dropped my girlfriend off not that long ago, and I just feel like recently in this past weekend, I guess that's kind of what I was getting to, is that I've kind of just been spending time with her. The last 2 days, I realized yesterday or today was Easter, and so I was never going to really get away from that. But still, I spent literally all day with her Saturday, pretty much spent all day with her Sunday, and then Monday's going to come around tomorrow, and I'm going to be going to work, and as soon as I get done with work, I'm going to be hanging out with her. And I love her so much, but, she's also kind of a distraction. You got to realize, you can work for 5 to 10 years on something, but if you're slow doing it, you're never going to get to where you want to be. You could be very fast, giving all your attention every day, not talking to a single human being for 3 months, and you can get to exactly where you want to be in 3 months. It's just the matter of being fast, and I think that I've learned that today. I was watching a video, and I was just looking at everybody else around me, and I just noticed how locked in they were through the whole process, and how, like, unlocked in I've been, and how, like, swayy that I've been, you know? Like, all these people coming back into my life, and Summer, like, doing this, and then all these other people asking for time and expectations of me, just, like, get me to take my focus off what I need to put my focus on. And I feel like that's what's making this journey last longer and longer and longer and longer. And I've been saying this the past 2 or 3 days, but I seriously believe that if my parents were still in Idaho, not in North Carolina, and it was just me and my brother here, from that point to today, like, I would have been profitable by now, and I would have had a lot of stuff going for me. But unfortunately, that's just not the case, and I think that's because I haven't been focused. And momentum is real. Momentum is so real. You got to realize when it comes to momentum, like, momentum is key. You know, if you are messing around in the middle of your journey and you completely change your priority list and what you've been influenced by and how you think every day, day to day, like, the momentum gets completely thrown off. You know, like, time moves, and if you aren't, like, moving with it and adapting to it, like, you're gonna have to relearn it, and the process is gonna become longer. So, you know, there's a set number of failures in your way, and if you move fast, you can get through all of the ones that are necessary. But if you move slow, it'll start adding on. It's like debt. Like, when you get into business, you basically owe a bank $100,000, and you want to pay off that $100 as fast as you can by just putting all your focus and your effort into paying it off. But if you take time off and you go on a boat and you go wake surfing or you go golfing in between then, and you spend a little bit of money here for Valentine's Day and for this person's birthday and for Christmas and for this person's birthday, then it's going to become like $110,000. It's going to become $130,000. It's going to become $200,000, and you don't want that. That's exactly what business is, and I think I just made the perfect analogy. So the thing is you need to move as fast as possible. Like, fastness is the key. I listened to Zach Carty, the guy who just sold Cal AI for like over $50 million. He's like 19. He just dropped out of UMiami, or I think will be dropping out of UMiami very, very soon. And he said like quickness, like being fast is the key to everything. And also, Brez Scales just made a video like a couple days ago, probably like a week ago. He was just sitting in front of his Porsche in his house, and he was talking about like how fast everything needs to be. Like, when I envision myself, and I see myself from time to time, like throughout the week, just like chilling with my girlfriend or going golfing here, doing this there, like, I don't think that person deserves anything, you know? But when I envision the kid that's like, nobody really knows what he's doing, but he's spending most of his time downstairs in the dark room on his computer, and, you know, he's kind of just been like this and that, like, though, that is the time that I think those people succeed, seriously. And so I need to put myself in that position, and I think in order to do that, I need to think about my money very wisely, not spend it, and I need to be taking advantage of the time that I have every single day. For example, I'm not going to work tomorrow morning, and it's not because I don't want to make more money, because I do. It's because if I put myself around the same energy in those people from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m., whatever time that is, I will be, like, screwing myself over. My influences, my priority list will be reset to something completely different, and I'll have a different outlook on the rest of the day. But if I wake up at, like, 9 a.m. and I do work until, like, 12 p.m. when I need to go to lunch, and then I work from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and I get paid a little bit of money, I think that's worth it, because I'm working only for, like, an hour or two, and I'm getting paid, like, $50, and, I mean, at least, and then I'm getting lunch, a free lunch out of it, and I woke up early enough to do work, and I wasn't influenced by the assistants and the patients and everybody else all day. So, yeah, dude, this week I want to find time to just lock in, bro. Like, my girlfriend just got off spring break, and so she's just been, dilly-dallying and waiting until school starts until I have my time to myself. And, then I got all my stuff, and I got people coming to me for this and that. And so my goal is, look, tomorrow should not be a day that I give to anybody else, but it's the last day before my girlfriend goes back to school, and I am going to work from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I need to do stuff for prom that's on Saturday of next week to prepare for that. So it's kind of something I also need to give my time to. So that's why I'm looking like upset at myself. From Saturday to Monday, I was just busy not locking in. And I'm going to do stuff that will move the needle, but not as fast as I need to be doing it in order to get to where I want to be ever. So, yeah, that's just the truth of what's going to happen tomorrow. And I need to put my foot down soon, like big time. Like, I need to put my foot down. And I need to just dig my freaking face into the sand and into the just depression of working. And my goal is that by Tuesday, I'm going to see where I'm at money-wise. I'm going to mark everything down. I'm going to plan everything out. And I want to do this. I want to go to work on a Thursday afternoon. I don't want to work any mornings this week. That's going to be one of my biggest goals. I don't want to work any mornings this week. And I want to go to work maybe on a Thursday afternoon, maybe even a Wednesday afternoon, but I do not want to work any mornings, like I said. And I want to try to spend as minimal time with my girlfriend as possible. She's going to be asking to hang out. I'm going to be like, sorry, I can't. I'm going to make up excuses. Sorry, girlfriend, if you're watching this, but I'm going to have to make up excuses during this month, or during this week, during this month, too, to be honest, so that I can get out of activities I don't necessarily need to be doing, so I can focus on myself. I hope that at some point during the summer, when nobody's at school and when I'm in a separate state and nobody's, expecting expectations of me, that I can just lock myself in a room for 3 months and just be. That's my goal for this summer. I don't care to go out and, go to a pool or go to a party or go here, go there. I want to be working the whole time, I swear. So that's one of the main things. And hopefully I watch the rest of this video as I post it on YouTube. But this is the last 5 minutes of a 25-minute YouTube video, but my mom, as soon as I got home, I was making this video, and my mom came out to the garage, and I was in the garage talking to myself, filming myself on my phone, and I completely cut it off as soon as she got out there. And she came out to me, and she was talking for a good 15 minutes at that point. She came out, and she started talking to me for 15 minutes. I put my phone down, and she was just talking. And she was talking to me about my future because I was talking about buying a Mustang recently. Oh yeah, what would be the possibilities, or what position would I have to be in order to buy a Mustang? And then, my dad was talking about this with my mom, and then on top of that, recently, me and my girlfriend went to some house for Easter, and my dad drove us, and we were having a conversation in the car, and she was talking about college, and my parents think that they need to talk about my future with me because they've never really sat down and talked about it before, so they want to do that. That's kind of what she was talking about, and then also just talking about my girlfriend and how involved I am with her, and how it's been 2 years, and what her parents do with her, and what my parents are going to do with me, and a little bit of that. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a talk, but she was also talking about how, everybody thinks that they need to do this, they need to go down a certain path, right? Everybody thinks that they need to do college, and they need to do this, and they need to do that. My mom encourages college 100%, but she told me she was almost pro not college. She was go to a trade school, go to a trade school, become an electrician, and don't go to college and make bank. She was kind of that way. And she's also dude, the biggest thing that you're going to get out of college is networking. It's never going to be a degree. And I agree with her. And we both agreed on the fact that it's only going to ever be a degree in the case you become a lawyer or a doctor. And so I think personally that one of my biggest things depending on where I'm at that point, because I still have all of senior year, but I think one of my biggest goals, which this is my one hand, this is my other hand, by the way, it looks kind of weird with the shadow, but one of my biggest goals, if I'm in the same position that I currently am in when it comes to college, is I want to take only half the credits that I need to and just lock in and focus while I'm by myself in a dorm working on a business. Yes, I want to get the credits done fast, And in order to get the credits done fast, I need to take the classes I need to take. I need to get it done as fast as I can possibly get it done. But I don't know if I don't want to use my degree. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, I don't think I'm gonna use my degree. I don't think I'm gonna get a degree in college. Like, that might be crazy to say because of, like, my family and the people that I've grown up around, and, like, all the people that have influenced me. Like, that might be crazy to say, but I don't think that I want a degree. I don't think I'm going to use a degree. I don't think that I'll care about any class that I'll ever take in college. I've never cared about any class that I've taken in college. I've never learned anything from any class I've taken in college, and I have a 3.8 GPA. So, yeah, I am going to manifest this Tuesday, and I'm going to manifest until the end of the week. I'm going to manifest past that. I'm going to manifest the whole entire month. The only thing that will get in my way, that is guaranteed during this week and during the rest of the month, is going to be one of my siblings' birthdays and prom on Saturday. I will not let any weekend get to me. I will not let my girlfriend take over Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me. I will not let the week work take my week either. I literally want to lock my door. I want to put my headphones on, and I want to shut my lights down, and I want to be in deep work. And one of the biggest things I'm going to do this week that isn't even that, because it's not working on my laptop, it's literally just filming videos, making content, and manifesting. That's all it is. It's just marketing, To market, you don't need to sit down in a dark room with your laptop and headphones. You need to be up and at 'em, buying stuff to make, use as props, filming videos multiple times, making iterations, editing, posting, and being consistent. And in order to do all that back to back, you need to manifest. And so manifestation is going to be the month of April for me. And so, yeah, that's a big talk. Every day is a big talk. And I need to lock in. The past week has been a bad week as far as moving the needle. So we have made, like $100 in profit in the last week, but like we could have made $500 in profit this last week. Like, dude, I'm so depressed and so disappointed in myself. So anyways, peace out, guys.